Right, Gemini, what I'm picking up here is February mid-month. I think there's been a fight in your love life here. It could be between you and your partner, you and your husband, wife, but there's been a fight here and somebody's feeling good about this fight. I don't know whether someone's been sticking the nose in your love life here and they've brought you some information here, what somebody hasn't liked, Gemini. This is, immature communication. This is kind of cutting communication. You could have also found this out on social media about what's been going on in your love life here. And there's three people within this spread. There's an air sign, a fire sign, and an earth sign. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, like yourself, and Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I think maybe you might have found out that your partner has been talking to someone else, or your partner's found out you've been talking to someone else, or it's just somebody who's been sticking the nose in your relationship here, and there's been a fight about it. There's been an argument, and somebody's has wanted to maybe come in between you and your partner here, and they're feeling good about it, Gemini. And they could be younger than you and your partner here, and they've just been causing a lot of drama, and we've got the Two of Pentacles, so you're trying to weigh up things now of what to do, of how to resolve this, or your partner is, because it hasn't been very nice information you've found out here, Gemini, and you kind of pissed off about this. Somebody's really been interfering here, and we have the Emperor also. This is the overall energy, so you could be involved with an Aries especially, but this is telling me you're going to have to take control of this situation, Gemini. Like the Emperor, he's in control, he's stern, and he doesn't take any BS from anyone, and he just lets people know how it is, and how they should act and stuff like that. So this is telling me you're going to have to take control of this situation. If it has been someone who's been interfering, you've got to let them know, that they can't be interfering in this relationship you've got going on here. It could be jealousy also. They could be jealous, that you're in a relationship, and they could like your partner, or they could like you, and they've just caused a lot of drama here. And it's been, really awful things have been said here, because we've got Two Swords cards. So, that's communication, that's logic, so this is suggesting you're going to have to, be the better person in this situation, like the Emperor here, Gemini, and, take control of it and sort it out, as an Emperor would do. You know what to do, Gemini. Take control of it and get this sorted, because someone here, they've had it out for you in some way. That's what I'm feeling. And, your partner could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and they're quite upset about what's gone on here as well, because somebody's been mixing something here, or there's been rumours going on, something like that, but it hasn't been good here. And it's just telling me here, Gemini, you're going to have to, take stock of this and really, own this, and, tell this person or whoever it is, to stay out of your business here, because they've been getting in your business a bit too much here, Gemini, and it's time for you to let them know, and then you can resolve things here, and maybe resolve things again with your partner, because there's been too much mix up here going on, arguments, not nice things being said, somebody interfering, etc. But that's what I'm seeing for you, Gemini, and you have to take control of this situation now, because I think it's maybe gone on for too long here, and it's come to that boiling point now, Gemini, and you're going to have to sort this situation out, before it goes a bit too far here. So that's what I'm picking up in love for you, Gemini. So I hope you get things resolved here, because it's not a very nice situation. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards again. Right, Gemini, we have the Page of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, it's love again for you, Gemini. Love's coming through again here for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Right, Gemini, I'm just going to connect with this reading and I'll be straight back. Right, Gemini, what I'm picking up in your general, it's your love reading is coming into your general here. I'm seeing, after what's happened, with all the drama and stuff like that, your partner, you're going to come to some sort of clarity about something here, within this situation. You're going to get some truth here. Or, you might have already got some truth on something here, or your partner has. And, your partner could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And they could be younger than you, because it's a page, it's a younger energy. But, there has been a three-way situation going on here. I don't know whether someone's been spreading lies, rumours, or whatever it is, but a three-party situation has been going on here, because we've got three people within this card, and somebody's been interfering here, Gemini. And I say that it's a relationship, because we've got the Two of Cups here. This is a relationship. This is, two people being connected here, very much so. But I can see, your partner, is going to walk away after what, you find out here, or you could have already walked away, or your partner's walked away, because what you found out, it hasn't been very nice, and, it's really shocked you, and, or it's shocked your partner, and they're probably going to decide to walk away here, or you've already walked away, Gemini. Because what you've found out here, it's been a three-party situation going on here, and, you've just had enough of it, and you're like, I'm going, I can't put up with this anymore, It's just not a nice thing here, and the overall energy is the Nine of Pentacles. So, this is you, doing it alone, maybe, or your partner, wants to be alone after what they've found out, or, it could be you, you're well established, Gemini, you can get through this, there's no problem, you've got good support around you, you've got a good job, you're stable in your life, Gemini, and, if you haven't been getting trapped right here, you've done the right thing by walking away, or if you haven't already walked away, Gemini, you've done the right thing here, because, you wasn't being trapped right here within this situation, and it would just, your partner or whatever it is, there wasn't taking your feelings into consideration here. When you found out something here, pardon me, Gemini, and, it's the truth, this is the truth, this is the Ace of Swords, this is cutting through the BS here, and you've cut through the BS, and you finally know the truth now, and you're walking away, because you're not getting trapped like this anymore, Gemini. and that's really good for you, and you're okay. You can do it alone. You can be single, because you do, appreciate yourself, and you're looking at yourself to say, I don't deserve all this drama. So good for you, Gemini. That's what I'm picking up here. So it's been like just too much has gone on here, I think, Gemini, and you've just had it, and you're walking away now. So you've put up with it, for some time here. It was a nice connection you did have, you do probably feel that connection, but you can't stop in something if you're not being treated right, Gemini. So, good on you. It's always best to do what's right for you, and, walking away, has been the best thing within this situation. So that's what I'm picking up in your general, Gemini. So I'm going to pull some more oracle cards for you for some more guidance. Pull you some Romance Angel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. See what else the universe and ancestors want you to know, Gemini. Yeah, definitely. Look what popped out, Gemini, for you. Separation. And it says here, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So definitely, look what I was saying, Gemini, you've had to walk away from this relationship, because, what's been going on within this relationship, and it hasn't been right, so you've had to have a separation because you found out some truth here, or your partner did. So this is the universe confirming here. So separation, Gemini. Right, and we've got this one, Gemini, for you, and it says rejuvenation. So now you've walked away, it's time to get yourself right again. It's time to heal, it's time to rejuvenate. Look how she's, healing from what's gone on here. She's really taking the time out to get herself right here, Gemini. And it says, get a good night's sleep, rejuvenate your body, mind, and spirit. So, yeah, Gemini, really just focus on, your own needs now, and, really taking care of you, because you're number one at the end of the day, nobody else here, Gemini. So, really just heal from this situation and rejuvenate yourself, in every way possible here, Gemini. Right, Gemini, I just want to say thank you for watching. If this did not resonate with you, you can always watch your moon and rising sign. If you will please like, share and subscribe, that'll be greatly appreciated. And until next time, Gemini, peace, love and light to you. Bye.